Good evening, I'm Rob from JTRPodcast News, and it appears Fantasy Flight have lost their balance. With Fantasy Flight announcing their new game, Keyforge, Call of the Archons, the board game community was once again up in arms. The game, designed by Richard Garfield, sees two players each playing with a unique deck. A deck consists of artifacts, creatures and upgrades from any of 3 of 7 available houses. On your turn you declare one of these houses and can only use and activate cards from that house. The goal is to reap amber and use it to be the first player to forge 3 keys. The uniqueness of the deck seems to be the problem with players, as each deck available for purchase has a unique distribution of cards. But with every deck, including certain names and art procedurally generated, players want to know how the game can be balanced, if at all. Players who have yet to play the game think this is not possible and the game will be won by the player who bought the best random deck and not the best player. People who have played the game have called it interesting and fun and are looking forward to playing their decks some more, as well as purchasing more to see what they get. There are also claims that the pay-to-win model for Magic the Gathering has been replaced with a model where you need to buy every deck until you get the one that always wins. This means players will have to buy every deck until one person finds the one that's the best out of the 104 quadrillion different decks available. That's around 14 million decks per person on the planet. As cards are unique to the deck, there is no deck building. This also reduces the rear chasing and net decking that is to blame for putting a lot of people off Magic the Gathering. I, for one, am looking forward to giving the game a go and will reserve judgment till I've played the game a few times. Now, Richard Garfield of Fantasy Flight have a pedigree in game design and game publishing, and they wouldn't put out something untested and untried. I've been Rob with JTRPodcast News. Remember to like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JTRPodcast, to find the blog and podcast at jtrpodcast.com.